Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? We have our absolute beast of a machine right here. This is the, I'm not actually sure, I don't remember now. It's the D535. Whatever the D535 is supposed to be, that is what we've got right here. Now, unfortunately, we can't get any kind of thing to carry bigger logs. We can only take the small logs. You take the utility trailer. That has fuel capacity of 600 carries, 600 repair points. We can go and repair vehicles around the map. If you were using the hard mode, that's the kind of thing that you'd need to do in order to repair your vehicles. Then we've got the trailer hitch is already installed. It is required to install fuel semi-trailer and carries 200 repair points. The short log trailer can take short logs up to 3 points, or you can put on the log carriage, which does the same. That goes on right on the back of it. Take the Garish trailer, which is quite a big trailer. That takes 2 garage points, so we'd actually need to get this up to the top end of the map to unlock that garage up there twice in order to get that one. And then you've got garage parts, which carries 2 more garage points. Now, what I think you could actually do, we want to uninstall this one a minute. So if I take that one off, then I think you can have the garage trailer and the garage parts. You can do both of those together. If I was to put both of those on, position your truck correctly. It's not actually positioned correctly. So if I was to... Actually, let me try that a minute. I just want to see if I can put this on. You could have both of them together. Take the park brake off. It's going to go forward. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. Let's try going there. Now let's see what happens. Garish trailer. Position your truck correctly. Where is correctly? Is that correctly there? Nope, that's outside of the limit. Alright, let's try that. I am positioned. I don't know what more you want me to do. Let's try going back round that way. I think maybe the Kirovitz tractor there is not helping matters. So let me try whizzing around. I'm not actually going to go anywhere with this. I just wanted to see what it was like with it on board and see if that would work. Let me try that there. Maybe that'll let me do it. There we go. Right, so I could do that. I can take all 4 points together, and I could get those all the way from here, right the way up to the top of the map. Basically, where I went yesterday with the small vehicle that we left, the A469 that we left parked in the middle of that lake over there. I could drag this all the way up there and get all 4 garage points there at the same time and get that one unlocked. There was another garage somewhere, wasn't there? No, there wasn't. So the only garage on the map that you can unlock is that one up at the top end. And we could head up that way, and we've got a short log trailer stuck in the trees over there as well. Get up there and get that garage unlocked if we wanted to by dragging all of this together. But I don't really want to do that. So we've got 4 points on board there. So let me just undo that one and undo that one as well. Right. The fuel semi-trailer, if you have the trailer hitch on, you can put the fuel semi-trailer on, which is there. So there's a nice big trailer on the back. And that does look very, very impressive, but I don't want to do that either. We just stop moving that around. So we take that one off, and you've got the garage trailer that will go on the back. Short log trailer, you can put the utility trailer on. So we're going to take that one off there. And this time I'm going to put on the log carriage, which goes directly on the back of this one. So we're not going to actually take this, again, only take short logs. I am a little bit disappointed that we couldn't take longer logs. But what we can do, now, we've got to deliver 8 over to there. So what we can do, actually, is we can do the log carriage and the short log trailer as well. So we can at least do a double lot. We can have a double load of this. And that's as far as I'm going to go. Oop. I don't want to go backwards, I want to go forwards. There we go. And I also want to press 2, and that puts the camera at the back on the trailer at the back, which is alright, I guess. It's not brilliant, but it's not the worst thing. It's going to give us a reasonable view of all of it. What I'd like is the camera to sort of lock on to the vehicle at the front and be able to give us a good view of the trailer at the back at the same time. That would, in my opinion, be a lot better. So let's put the 4-wheel drive on. We've only got 200 litres of fuel. That's the only issue here. We've got 200 litres of fuel there. And the nearest fuel station, now we came over there. Oh, remember we tipped it off the bridge there, didn't we? So we've got a fuel station here, and then there's a log station up there, or we've got a log station over here with a fuel station up there. So we've kind of got to go round both ways anyway, and we've got to get them all the way back here. So we may as well go the way that we went originally, I think, this time. And yeah, we're not going to go any new directions. I might actually, can I take something new across there? That kind of looks like it might be interesting. So we'll go over to here, and then from there we'll go up this way, and I want to head across the river this way, up there, and out onto this area through here, and then I want to try and get up through there. That's the route that we want to try to take, if we can. So let's get started. I'll put the all wheels on, even though it's going to burn a little bit more fuel, and it's a risk that I am willing to take. Now, I am going to go to number 1, and I'm just going to move that camera around. That's as much as we can do with the camera. It's unfortunate. I'd like to be able to see the trailer while we're moving. Oh no, I can do it like that, so I can sort of see the trailer a little bit, but it's still not brilliant. Yeah, I see what people mean by the mud, but remember, this is an early access press release copy of the game rather than the full official release. I had trouble trying to get a steering wheel hooked up to this, so I'm still using a keyboard for steering. I'm not having any problems at all steering with the keyboard, and that's working really well. But, so keep that in mind, that because this is still kind of an early copy, there should be full steering wheel support as soon as it goes live, which is in another couple. Actually, this is Monday's episode now, so it should be tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow that you'll be able to get this, which is absolutely brilliant. So you should all be able to start playing this tomorrow, and you'll be able to get, you should hopefully have a steering wheel available, full steering wheel support, anything like that, right from the start. There shouldn't be any issues with that whatsoever. It's just creaming through this without any problems whatsoever. It's not even breaking into a sweat at the moment. But I am curious, now that we're coming through here... Oh, no. I think that to the right-hand side of us at the moment, if we were to come back that way, that is where we would have come out when we decided to roll this one off the bridge yesterday, just to see what would happen. And I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving this. I don't think it's going to take us very long at all to get all the way up to the top end of the map. It's not even going to really break into a sweat at all, is it? It's just not going to try. Zero effort required. I'm guessing that if we had a map that was a bit more of a challenge, it would make a bit of a difference. Or maybe there are places on this map that would be a bit more of a challenge to get through. We could do some nighttime driving, except I don't think that the nighttime driving is actually going to show up very well. I think that it's going to get too dark for the video, so it's not going to give you that good of a video if we do try doing that. So I'm not going to do... I'll leave it on daytime. As soon as we get to the night, we'll just skip through the night. The only thing I don't like about skipping through the night is that even when the vehicle is switched off, it still drains fuel out of the tank as though you'd been running, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's a minor detail. And it did do that in the original Spintires as well. It regardless of whether you had a vehicle running, if you skipped the night, it did that. But what I'm the assumption that I make is that it's Siberia, okay? It gets pretty cold in Siberia, so I'm just assuming that they would say that you'd have to have the engine running at night in order to try to keep at least a little bit warm before you, while you sort of spending the night. Now, can we get through here without getting washed away or anything? Not a problem. No problem at all. This is fantastic. This is absolutely brilliant. There was just zero effort required to get through there. We came through there with that Carriage tractor, and it struggled and struggled and struggled. It really didn't want to get through there at all, did it? And this time, it's just raced through there as though it was barely even there at all. This is awesome. Right, so we've got to cross the river. We don't want to head up that way. We want to go in here. And... okay, now it's struggling a little bit more. Now we've actually got some mud that is holding it back a little bit, and we're going to be heading into more difficult territory, I'm thinking. Down here isn't much of a problem. We're on 122 litres, so the fuel is running low, but once we get to the fuel station, it should be good for fuel. We should be alright for being able to go all the way up, get all of our logs and everything that we could possibly want. Now, where do we need to go? Oh, I see. We want to sort of wiggle in through here. And go around this next corner. There we go. I love the way that the trees also fade a little bit as you come in through, so that you can kind of see through them with a little bit easier. Lumberjack. Achievement unlocked, Lumberjack. I don't know what that achievement actually represents. I'm guessing it's just because we've knocked down a certain number of trees. How many we're supposed to knock down to get that achievement, I don't really know. But we're about to knock down a whole load of them traveling through here. And I remember now when we came through here last... Oh, this is proper bog now. This is going to be an actual challenge to get through here. We're down to 100 litres of fuel and we're burning it fast. We're burning it very fast. 102, 101. Is it going to drop down again? 100, yes. I'm beginning to wonder if we're actually going to make it to the fuel station. This might not have been our best idea to come through here. No way! We can't get stuck now. This thing's supposed to be invincible. How am I going to pull this one out of here? 95 litres of fuel. Go on, just come around a little bit. Okay, this is absolute full bog. Now, I'm really sinking in. Right, option 2 then. We want to go there. We want to click on advanced. And then we want to click on winch. What? No, don't tell me I don't. Oh, no. I do have a winch. What, you just put it on there like that. Right, we don't actually have a winch source because I haven't gone far enough. That's not going to do anything at all. I need to take it off advanced, and then winch is F. So start doing that. Yeah, that's not going to do anything at all, is it? I need to get just a little bit closer to some of those trees. We want headlights. That's it for lights. Okay, lights are poor. And I'll go there. Oh, I can reach the big tree. Is that a big tree? I think it's a big tree. Take advance and then go. Yes, it's a big tree. Excellent. There we go. That's more like it. Right, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop now. Don't stop the music. Keep moving. We're close enough to this big tree that we can just keep sort of hauling on through. At least. Oh, it's because I stopped winching. As soon as I stopped winching, he stopped moving. And a little bit more. Go on. We knock another tree over. Okay, that's close enough. And I just want to press the X on there. Is it going to let me keep moving? No, it's absolutely refusing to move anywhere in here, isn't it? There. Can I? Nope. I got one here. And you have to click it off advanced in order to make it work. And then winch. Okay, this area is actually really cool. I didn't think that we would find somewhere that would get us completely stuck. We are burning a lot of fuel here, though, and this is the bit that concerns me ever so slightly. So if I go to advanced, I click on here and I put it up to there. Right, now look round. We're going to need to keep doing this through the night because we are not going to be able to go very much further. We're going to end up running out of fuel completely, and I don't want to leave the trailer behind. So let's start moving a bit more and winch. Go on, the road's just up here. We should be able to get through in a minute. I need to go round the tree. Go like that. I'm going to go around all of them. Right, that's probably far enough there. So if I go to advanced, I can... actually, let me move the camera around a little bit and see what we can find. Do I have any more trees? I don't really, do I? Oh dear. That's not a tree over there. That's just another little branch that's not going to do anything for us at all. That is just going to get us more stuck. See? Didn't do anything. I'm going to try and work my way through this. This is just going to get really dull to watch now. We've done it. We have actually done it. We've gotten through the bog, kind of. I'm still sort of getting stuck, but no, I've managed to finally winch my way through. And just for a little tip for those of you who don't know much about it, I'll just show you a minute. There is some of these that look like they're not going to do anything at all, but they are actually good winch points, and that's not one of them. Okay, I can't actually see any here at the moment, but there is a couple of them. It looks like shrubs, basically, and you can use those as well. They do work very well. So that is what I used in the end to pull me through, was just some little shrubs, and they stayed on the ground, and those were the bits that got me out. And I'm on the road, but I'm still stuck. I'm moving very, very slowly. If I could just get to the base of that tree, we should be able to get close enough so that we can get all the way out of here. I didn't want to be doing too much of this at night time because of the fact you just can't see. Alright, I got to the base of the tree, and I just take it off advanced, and then literally just winch and drive at the same time. So all you got to do is just keep winching and driving, winching and driving, winching and driving, and then take it off of there and just keep going. Just keep going. Are we going to get through? Yes! We've done it! We have made it through. Right, I'm not going back through that way again. I'm going to go this way, but there's the fuel station. So as soon as we get there, we will stop for the night, and we'll carry on when it is daylight, and we can actually see what we're doing. From this point on, it's reasonably simple. So even though this machine is an absolute beast, 564, fully fueled up. There we go. We made it, just. But that was pretty close. That was actually pretty close. That was very cool. Yes, we'll drain 83 litres of fuel. It doesn't matter because it will refuel automatically. Right. Start engine. Oh, that's beautiful. The graphic inside there for those engines. I absolutely love that. It's brilliant. Right, so we now want to go all the way up, and we want to get logs. And we're going to see how well this thing copes once he's loaded up with logs. I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Because we have at least discovered that this one isn't completely invincible. It might look invincible, but that doesn't mean that it is completely invincible. I mean, it's not far off, to be fair, but right, let me put the camera like that, I think. I just need to turn those wheels around. We're going to keep the all-wheel drive on. It's kind of an essential, I think, at the moment. And we can go on up this road. I think, really, we can just keep going along this road now, and it comes up to the top end of the map without any problems. At least that's what I'm hoping. Let me just take a look, because I am absolutely terrible at finding my way around anywhere at all. Okay, so I want to get to here, and then over that way, and then like this. This is the route that I want to take. I went this way before. I know that this way is safe, and then we get up to here, and then we should be fine. So, we go on this way. To come in and out of the map, by the way, you just press... hang on. Where's my marker? Press F1. Sorry, for going in and out of the map, just press F1. That's all you need to do. And come over around here. The wheels do turn a little bit slow, but I kind of like that because it's realistic. You wouldn't expect wheels on a beast like this to instantly run to straight again after you've got them on full lock. So you do have to take that into account. If you're traveling fast, it takes a while for the wheels to straighten up as you go through. And that just makes it more fun. It just makes it more of a challenge when you're trying to weave in and out of all these different things. It makes it something that's actually difficult to get through. Right, we've got a little tiny sort of bridge type thing to get across there. Not an actual bridge, just a... Well, I don't really know what you would call that. It was a few logs put across a ditch, and then piled up with earth. So, sort of a bridge, but not quite. Something like that. I make sense to myself sometimes. I'm just not sure if I make sense to everybody else. Yeah. Right. There's nothing really of interest, I think, between now and the logs kiosk. So I'll get up there so we can get the logs on and then see how this thing performs when it's loaded up with logs. And no, we're not coming back this way. We're going to go all the way up towards where that garage is and head back that way, as I'm thinking it's going to be slightly easier. We're not going to have that really boggy area that we'd get stuck in. And we have made it to the log station without any incidents whatsoever. So, I'm going to go up and turn round before I start trying to load it up, just because I think it'd be easier to do the turning round without anything on board. And it seemed to want me to do that when I came here with the Carriage tractor in the first place. Oops. Okay, It's only taken 128 points of damage, even though I just smashed it into all that. I'm sure it'll be fine. This thing's made of sterner stuff. Right. Need to install medium log cart and a log carrier with crane. Long log cart and a log carrier with crane or log carrier. So, no, we want short logs. Short log trailer. And... oh, I see. So we go D535 and then we... you double-click the load, wasn't it? There, like that. And then we go to short log trailer and double-click that. Oh, you've got to position the truck correctly. So we just want to move forward a bit now. And stop there. Try it again. Stop moving. Still need to go forward a bit. Let me try to bring that round sideways. There we go. If I do it like that, maybe that will help. There we go. Log station. That I'm hoping... oh no, it needs to go back just a little bit. It's not going to let me do it. There. Once it's in red, it should do it. Position your truck correctly. I've positioned it correctly. What are you talking about? It's very sensitive, this thing. And nope, it needs to come back a little bit more. It is extremely sensitive. See, it's still saying it needs to position differently. There we go. Right, so you do have to try to get it in exactly the right place. I'm guessing it's just because of how the thing works when it's loading up. So let's just move back onto this one and we're away. So we've got 2 loads of logs. Now, the next question is, how are we going to get them back? Now, we know for a fact that coming through here is dangerous. Well, not through here. It's this bit here. This is dangerous. And all along, this is quite boggy through this area, so we may not want to come through there. We could come down here and go round that way, thus avoiding the worst of the bog. And we know that the rest of this road is reasonably safe to traverse. We also know that we could come up here and we could come down this way. That is also fairly safe. We don't know what it's like in the middle here, but that would seem to be the fastest route in order to get to the lumber mill. I think we will go this way when we're empty. We'll come up here and... actually, I'm not quite sure where. If we go to the lumber mill, we could then maybe even come through here and we head up round this way. So we could either... you know what, I don't want to go up that way. We're gonna go with what we know is definitely safe. And I don't want to go through that muddy area there. So we could... yeah. We know it's safe up to that point, and we can come through there. Or we know it's safe all the way down through here. We've done all of this without any trouble, and we could come out onto there. So I think that I'd like to try this bit as the new piece. So I'm going to mark out this road all the way down to here, and up to there. And it will mark me through here, and to there. And then we've got a new road that we want to traverse this way, and bring that all the way down here, which takes us out... actually, that one wants to move up to there and down there. And then we want to go back across that river. No, I want to go there, and then I want to go... oh, that's as far as it... that's as many points it's going to let us take. So we'll get to that point, and then we can get across the river over there where we came through the first time. Hopefully, this is going to work. So let's just bring that camera around a bit, and... let's get going. Let's see how this works. I'm going to keep it in 4-wheel drive. We've got almost a full tank of fuel. We've got 523 litres of fuel, which should be pretty good, I should think. Where we can, we'll take the all-wheel drive off so that it runs less fuel. But the thing is, I mean, it's like 3 times more fuel when you're running all-wheel drive. However, it runs a lot slower in most places when you don't have the all-wheel drive on. So it's kind of, it's really a toss-up between the two. Which one is going to be the most effective? You want it like this so that you can actually get through these places with ease. Look at this thing. This thing does look absolutely fantastic. There's no denying that. It's an absolute beast, and he's beautiful to look at. Look at that. That is fantastic. Right, just a moment. I'm going to try and get a good shot of this. You know why. It's the screenshot. Right, now I just got to get around this tree because I actually missed the turning. So I've got to come just turn around here. Oh no, we just got to head off down that road down there, haven't we? That's straightforward enough. And as soon as we get onto there... okay, so we've got a little difficult bit here, but I'm hoping that once we get up through this bit, we'll be able to well, I say 2-wheel drive it. It's probably 4-wheel drive while we're driving down through here, and then it's like 8-wheel drive when they're all on. It's all wheels. So let me take all wheels off and see how it does. 9 litres... 9 to 8... no, well, yeah, between like 8 to 11 litres of fuel per minute when we've got 2-wheel drive on. or four-wheel drive, whatever it is. Just a couple of wheels, some wheel drive. And then when everything's going, it's like 20-odd litres of fuel. So it really does drink an awful lot more when it's doing it the other way around. And let's put them all in. All 8. There we go. Now the beast is engaged. Good 20 litres of fuel a minute on this. But at least it's holding the road. It's holding its own and it's keeping moving. Some of you will be I very rarely play multiplayer games. I got a few friends that I do very occasionally play games with, but usually we generally play single player games and just discuss stories and things that we've done. I've always preferred single player games. I mean, I like multiplayers like the MMOs like Warcraft and stuff like that. You know, I play that a lot. I still generally play as a single player even when I'm playing those big games. I like the interaction with the environment. I like single player games. And personal circumstances for me for the last 10 years have meant that I've been unable to regularly commit to gaming sessions, which is what a lot of people want. So it makes it more difficult for me to arrange time to do multiplayer. That being said, I think multiplayer on this game would be a huge amount of fun. You could have like a few people like dedicated to setting up some garages, and there is ways that you can tow other people around. They were showing it in the introduction videos. I don't actually know how to do that yet, but you can tow other players. You can hitch them up. I think you just get the winch on the front of them. No, don't tip over. Don't tip over. Keep going. Keep moving. Fantastic. Right on through. Yeah, so you can winch other players around, so you can like help each other move as you get across the map. So when you've got like the really difficult bits, I mean, if you get like 3 people in the line all bogged down, then you know that things have gotten that stuff has gotten real. That stuff is really it's really hitting the fan then, isn't it? It's I would love to actually see a video of someone or some pictures of a multiplayer game when you get like 4 or 5 vehicles, however many people you can have on a single map, everybody all in a row going through like the boggy area where we were getting stuck, and everybody getting stuck. I mean, literally everybody all bogged down, unable to move. I think that would be genuinely awesome to see. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, beyond that, it would just be absolutely hilarious, wouldn't it? Would that not be just the funniest thing you've seen? Like 4 people, every single one of you completely stuck, playing in hard mode, so you're unable to get them out. That would be brilliant. How would you even get people out of that situation? I think that would be it. I think it would be like game over. You'd have to say, look, okay, we've done wrong. These vehicles are going to slowly, over the next 100 years, sink to the bottom of a Siberian bog and never be seen again. In the meantime, we're going to have to go and find some new vehicles and explain to our financial backers that the logs are going to have to go up a little bit in price to pay for a whole new fleet. It would be brilliant. That would be absolutely awesome. And I'm guessing that if you're in the hard mode on this one, it would be entirely possible to lose the entire fleet on the map, and then every single vehicle is completely and utterly hopelessly stuck. You can't reset them to the garage anywhere, so that's it. It's game over. You then have to start again, and that'd be brilliant. I mean, that's what I like about the casual mode. It's casual. You know, if you get stuck, you can casually reset it to the garage and have another go. It's not so much of a life and death situation, really. It would still be fun though. So I may yet try multiplayer on this game, even though I'm not a huge multiplayer fan. The potential on this one to at least have a really good laugh with a load of people as you do things that make you want to cry is high. There's potential there to have a huge amount of fun. Right, we have... Oh, this is the point where we got to. We've come out past where we turned in. We turned in just up there, and then that's where we started to get hopelessly stuck. So if we take a look, we've come on past there. That's the area we got stuck. We managed to get through past that without any problem whatsoever. We're now here. We need to get across this river, and then it's just a quick jaunt up the road to the lumber mill right here with our first 4 loads. And in my next episode, I'm not really sure what I should do. Whether I should go back up and get another 4 loads. If I'm going to, I don't think I'll go to the same one. I think we'll go to the other log kiosk point, just so that we got a bit of variation on that. Or I could try unlocking the garage. What would you like me to do? Head into the comment section down below, let me know, and I will take that on board for next time that we play this. Would you like me to just go and get another load of logs, get 2 more, a double load of logs so that we can like complete the log delivery? Or would you prefer me to go back to the garage and get all 4 garage points hooked onto this vehicle and in one single move get all the way to the top and unlock the other garage? Also, do you want me to look at other vehicles on this map, or do you want me to hurry up and move on to something different? I don't know if my press release copy here actually has access to the other maps. I can do challenge modes, but I don't know about the rest of it. So I can have a look into that and see if you want me to sort of take a look at some of those challenges. I think you've got like traversing steep slopes and climbing up and down really steep mountains, that kind of thing. But generally, I don't think this particular copy comes with everything just yet. It's kind of a taster of everything that you guys have got still to come. So we've made it to the garage where we first unlocked 2 of the vehicles. They're parked up over in the corner. And all we got to do now is get from here to the lumber mill. So I'm going to drive up a little way myself because we're starting to run out of time. And then we can see about, I'm hoping, getting these unlocked. And we'll see how quickly, well, it's gone fairly quickly. I'll just see how quickly it goes from here to where the lumber mill is. Or at least back to where our garage is, and then you can see the rest of it. This isn't very far away from where our garage is, and I'm actually really liking the view I've got here. I've gone onto number 2, and then I've moved it over onto the so yeah, number 2 is the trailer view. So if you've got a trailer, you press number 2, your camera moves back to there, and this actually seems to work fairly well. You get a good aerial view of it. I don't get the kind of the side-on view that I like in particular, where I can take a good look at the vehicle and really see everything that it's got on offer. Right, I'm going to just stop here a moment and see if we can actually skip the night yet. No, we can't. Night is coming soon. The garage is right there. The reason I want to skip the night now is because if it uses up more than the 200 litres of fuel, we could then wait till morning. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to sort of sit here and wait, and then we can skip the night, and hopefully it'll be a little bit brighter. Well, that was my theory anyway. I was going to just kind of hang around and wait till you skip the night, but it's now 7 o'clock in the evening and I still can't skip the night. So I figured I'll just keep going as I am for a minute and we'll take it from there. I have marked out a route because it's not as straightforward as I thought it would be to get into the lumber mill. The big problem that we've got is that it's not just next to the road. You've got to go round. You've got to go quite a roundabout route in order to get there, and that's what's going to make it a little bit more difficult. So you'll see what I mean in just a moment. I'll just bring it up to the top here where I get to the first place where we've actually got to go off the beaten track. And is it here that I need to move? Just a moment. Let's see. No, it isn't. I can go on round here, but no, what we've got to do is the lumber mill. There's a load of trees and everything in the way, so we need to turn off the track here and come down. That kind of, I don't know, I'm really hoping that this isn't boggy, otherwise we may end up having to go, I mean, we could come up round this way. There's like a bit of a road or something up there, and maybe come in that way in the back way. So I really don't know how this is going to work out. This could be extremely interesting, but it's now 8 o'clock, and I've already gone way past the garage though, so I'm kind of hoping that we don't burn up too much fuel if we need to skip the night just in order to be able to get a little bit more daylight here. Nope, I'm hitting the tree there. Back up a little bit. This trailer is going to be next to impossible to back up using this vehicle. It really is. But we can get through there without any problems. Oh, I'll tell you what we could do. We could always bring fuel out to this one from... Oh, I can see the marker through there. So we're going to have to head to our left in just a moment. But yeah, we could bring fuel over to this one using one of our other vehicles. I don't know which one we would use. That's as much light as we can get. So we want to head this way. Right, if I change the camera to number 1 now so that I can see more what I'm doing with it. Go like that. There. And turn. And now head down this way. Right. What have we got in here? Oh no, there is actually a little bit of a track here by the look of it. So it's not all bad. I mean, I was sort of thinking that we are heading into an absolute disaster zone here, but it's not a complete disaster zone. Is that going to be okay there? That's what I want to do. I want to try and move it out like that. And there. So yes, the whole camera angle thing is still a bit of an issue with this game that several people have already pointed out. It's better than it was, but it's still not brilliant. But I think that is deliberate. I think that it is actually completely intended to be like that in order to make it more of a challenge, because if you get more of an aerial view, it's actually easier to see where you're going. You can plan your route better. So I think that is... Ooh, drive carefully. What does that mean? I don't know what drive carefully is. I'm guessing it's because we got somewhere without doing too much damage. And 6 points. Unload 6 points. There we go. Your truck is not carrying any load. So let me move round. Oh no, I done the trailer as well. So it's done the whole lot. So we got 6 points here to the lumber mill. Let's just take a look. We need 2 more points. That's all. You can deliver... Oh, I see. The short logs are 3 points. So we just need 1 load now of logs. And actually, I'm wondering if we were to head back to the garage. I mean, this is it for today's episode. But if we were to go back to our first garage, we could get the 4 garage points hooked on. And then in our next episode, we could take it all the way up there and unlock that one. We could then use that garage to change over to one of the log things. Get over to this log station and kiosk, load up, and then head back round this way. We could even go from there. I don't think we'd be able to get through those trees, but we could always go up that way, along there, and then down that riverbed, and in this way, and just across this great big open plain here, because most of the open plains seem to be fairly traversable, and we could get all the way, just go right the way across the open plain, all the way, the whole way, all the way down here and into the lumber mill. So I think maybe we'll try doing that for our next episode. So I'm going to start turning around. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the engine off and I'm going to skip the night. So we go there, stop engine. It will still... 105 litres of fuel? Good gravy. Right, let's start the engine. And I will start making my way back to our first garage. And then from that point, we are hopefully... going to be able to... We'll change over the bits that we've got on this one. Now, I need to try and turn round. I think I can just sort of force it round, because this is such a strong vehicle. It's not going to have any trouble kind of forcing that one round. And I want to head back the way that I came, roughly. So I'll do that again. I'll just force it back round like that, because it doesn't actually damage the trailer. You can damage your main vehicle, but you don't damage your trailer. This is a handy little trick, that is, I think. Come over there and get a bit more of an aerial view. There we go. Right, so I will start heading back towards the garage so that we're ready for our next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.